Dear students, we will do the new module, module 33. This is also about computation of salary income. So here we will do two problems. First problem, compute the taxable salary of Mr. P, who is working in a private firm at Kolkata for the assessment year. Compute the taxable salary who is working in Kolkata for the assessment year 25-26 as per the new scheme. So net salary received after deducting income tax and own contribution to RPF, rupees 4,20,000. Net salary meaning our computation is on gross salary. We have to add back whatever is deducted from the gross salary. First item is income tax deducted at source 18,000, own contribution to RPF 42,000, employer's contribution to RPF 42,000. So income tax and employee's contribution to RPF, we have to add that. Dearness allowance at 50% of first rupees 2 lakh and 25% of the remaining basic salary. So dearness allowance we have to calculate. Interest credit to RPF at 12%, that is rupees 24,000. HRA per annum, rent paid is rupees 10,000 per month. So that is HRA is 96,000. Reimbursement of medical expenses for eye surgery of his wife, notified deceased from a notified hospital, it's exempted. Value 62,000. Free refreshments during office hours 9,600, it's exempted. Free services of sweeper and watchman paid by employer, rupees 600 per month and rupees 9,600 per annum respectively. That we have to take it for income tax purpose. Free lunch during office hours, cost of which is estimated at rupees 200 per meal for 300 days. You have to remember that this is the only perquisite as allowed as per the new scheme. So you have to remember exempted value is 50 rupees per meal. So here 200 minus 50, 150 into 300 will be taxable. Conveyance allowance, he does not spend anything, 24,000. So the full value will be taxable. Now here the computation is about HRA. So how you calculate HRA? We have to calculate HRA computation. All tables computation, the tabulation should be there. HRA value is actual HRA received is value is given 96,000. Now exempt list of the following. Here also you will get actual, that is 96,000. Next is 50% of the salary because he is working in a metro city, Kolkata. That is 2,40,000. 50% of the salary. 50% of the salary. So salary 2,40,000. Calcutta is a metro city. So 4,80,000 is the salary for computation of HRA. Now here 50% meaning it is 2,40,000. 2,40,000. HRA computation, basic salary plus the DA entering into retirement benefits. So we get 4,80,000, 50% of that is 2,40,000. Now excess of rent paid over 10% of salary. Rent paid is 10,000 per month. So 1,20,000 minus 48,000. 48,000, the value is 72,000. So the least value will be exempted, 72,000. So 72,000 you are reducing. So here 24,000 will be the taxable value of HRA. Now computation of salary income. Computation of salary income. Title should be there. Table showing the computation of taxable salary of Mr. P for the assessment year 25-26. Net salary received. First one is 4,20,000. 4,20,000. Second one is DA. DA, the computation net salary 4,20,000 plus income tax deducted at source 18,000 we have added, own contribution to RPF 42,000. So that is how you are getting 4,80,000. So HRA value also we have included 4,80,000. So you have to remember that is how we have taken the 4,80,000. Now dearness allowance total is 50% is entering in 50% plus the balance 25%. So when you calculate 50 by 100 into 2 lakhs. So that is 1 lakh. Then remaining the balance amount 1 lakh balance amount 25% of 2,80,000. So 4,80,000 is your salary. 50% is directly entering. So first is 2 lakhs into 50 by 100. So that value 1 lakh we got. The balance amount 25%. So 70,000. So DA value is 1,70,000. 1,70,000. Now if you make mistake in DA computation, there itself the calculation will go wrong. Conveyance allowance 24,000. Conveyance allowance 24,000. Next is employer's contribution to RPF. 42,000 minus 12% of 4,80,000 is allowed. That meaning actually 42,000 employer is contributing. 12% of 4,80,000 is 57,600. So it is not taxable. Now interest credited to RPF. It is 12% is 24,000. That is given in the question. So what will be 100%? So that is 24,000 into 100 by 12. 2 lakhs is the full interest. In that 9.5% is allowed. That you will get 19,000. So 24,000 minus 19,000, 5,000 will be taxable. Because interest credited to RPF, only 9.5% is allowed. Free refreshments during office hours, it's exempted. Free lunch during office hours, I told you, 50 per meal is allowed. So 200 minus 50 into 300, 45,000 will be taxable. 45,000 will be taxable. Next is salary of sweeper, 16,800. 16,800. Now, taxable value of HRA, you got 24,000. 24,000. Now, we have to remember gross salary we have to take. So, the total is gross salary when you take 7,64,800. 7,64,800 gross salary. Less standard deduction. It's a new scheme, so we have to reduce 75,000. So, here the value is 6,89,800. This is the taxable salary. So, this is the first problem. Next problem. Next problem. Compute the taxable salary of Mr. R working in Mysore from the following details for the assessment year 25-26 as per the old scheme. So, you have to see the question paper clearly whether it's old scheme or new scheme in the question. So, standard deduction will be different. Salary 4,50,000, encashment of earned leave 20,000, uniform allowance he had spent 12,000. So, the amount given is 10,000, more than that he had spent, so it will not be taxable. Research allowance spent rupees 9,000. So, the full amount is spent, it will not come for tax. Scholarship granted to his son studying in the university 4,800. Education allowance for his granddaughter 3,000. It is not allowed. Education allowance given to his son studying outside India rupees 30,000. Loan at concessional rate to buy a new car 6.4% and the rate of interest by SBI is 9.25%. That you have to remember, whatever the difference in interest rate as per the SBI rate only we will consider. So the date of loan is 1/4/24. So the 1/4/24, the SBI interest rate is 9.25%. So the date of the loan and the amount of loan is 1,80,000. Helper allowance is rupees 18,000 and he had engaged a helper to perform official duties and paid rupees 15,000 as salary to him. Professional tax paid by the employer 2,000. Refreshments during office hours at an estimated cost of rupees 500 per month 6,000. Club bills of the employee paid by employer rupees 15,000. Employers and employees contribution to RPF is 14%. HRA received by him is rupees 12,000 per month and the rent paid by him is rupees 15,000 per month. Compute the taxable salary of Mr. R. Now, first we have to compute the house rent allowance. House rent allowance computation. House rent allowance computation. Actual HRA received 12,000 into 12, 1,44,000. 1,44,000. Let's exempt least of the following. First one is actual itself 1,44,000. 1,44,000. Next is excess of rent paid over 10% of salary. That is 15,000 into 12 minus 4,50,000 into 10 by 100. That meaning 1,35,000 minus 45,000. This is 1,35,000. Now 50% of salary. 50% of salary. So here you have to take least value is 50% of salary is 1,80,000. 40% of salary is a non-metro city. He is working in non-metro city. We compute the salary in Mysore. So it's a non-metro city. It's 40% of the salary. So it is 1,80,000. 1,80,000. So the least value is 1,35,000. So you have to reduce 1,35,000. Now the taxable HRA is 9,000. 9,000. This value we need for computation. Now we have to take the computation of taxable salary. Computation of taxable salary. First point. Salary 4,50,000. It's given 4,50,000. So 4,50,000. Second one is DA. Leave encashment is 20,000. Leave encashment 20,000. Now third is uniform allowance. Whatever allowance more than that he had spent, so it is not taxable. Research allowance also is not taxable. Scholarship granted from university, it's exempted. Education allowance to grandson 3,000, taxable 3,000. Own child only, he will get the exemption. Concessional interest to buy the car, that meaning 9.25% is the interest charged by SBI. Actual rate he is getting at a concessional rate of 6.75%. Amount of loan is 1,80,000. So the concessional interest he got is 4,500, that is taxable. Helper allowance 18,000 and he had paid 15,000. So the difference value 3,000 will be taxable. 3,000 will be taxable. Now professional tax paid by the employer 2,000 taxable. Next is refreshments during working hours. It's exempted. Club bills paid by the employer taxable 15,000. 15,000. Next is employer's contribution to RPF is 14%. So RPF is the salary alone. There is no DA. So 14 by 100 into 4,50,000. That is 63,000. When you calculate 4,50,000 into 12%, that is the allowed amount. That value is 54,000. So 63,000 minus 54,000, 9,000 will be taxable. 9,000 will be taxable. Taxable HRA we calculated 9,000. 9,000. Now we have to take the gross salary. Gross salary is 5,45,000. 5,45,500. Now standard deduction you have to reduce. That is old scheme. So it's 50,000 and professional tax paid by the employer. 52,000 you have to reduce. See, you have to remember new scheme, only standard deduction is there, that is 75,000. Entertainment allowance and professional tax is not there. So the taxable salary is 4,93,500. So this is the taxable salary. Taxable salary. So this is what I wanted to explain in this module. Happy learning. Thank you.